There is a woman. Today he has appointment to meet her friends for dinner. To decide where to meet, she finds cell phone in her bag. But in her bag there is no cell phone. She thinks that her cell phone is at home. Finally, she calls from the payphone and goes to place to meet friends. She meets friends and has a good gossip with friends having dinner. After dinner, she goes to home alone. She comes home and rings through to her cell phone with home telephone, but she can't hear cell phone's ringtone everywhere. She rings through to her cell phone again. Somebody picks up the phone. "Hello?" she says, but the man doesn't answer. She thinks that she lost her phone on the street and somebody picks up her cell phone. "Hello, cell phone you have now is mine," she says, but the phone is cut off. She is so angry, but she decides to call again tomorrow and go to bed. In the morning, she wakes up and she has breakfast to sitting chair. The moment that she looks at underneath the bed, she feels her hair stand on end with terror, because there is her cell phone. Finish.
Wow.
My name is Hosang. There were two sisters, and one of them one sister name is Yokohama, and young sister name is Yokohama, and one of them was more beautiful than another one, and people always say that Yokohama is pretty and beautiful, and her young sister always jealous to her sister, and so she want to kill Yokohama, and then she pushed her sister down from the mountain, and when she dropped, her head was turned, and after that, one man found Yokohama's head, and her, but there's nobody. There was just head, but the head keeps saying only one word over and over again, and he asked to her name, and she answered, my name is Yokohama, and he also asked where is she from, but she answered her name again. And few years later, the girl who pushed Yokohama is found the head, and she asked to who are killed you, and the eyes suddenly open and say you.
My name is Jung So-won. It's midnight. It's midnight. There are two people in the house, homeowner and his friend. Because they meet each other after a long interval, they drink much. After a few minutes, they are drunken. The house has a big window in the porch. Suddenly, the friend waves his hand with a smile. The homeowner says, "What are you doing?" The friend says, "There is a cute girl out the window. She is so cute." Because the homeowner sits with his back towards the porch, he looks back. There is a cute girl waving her hands with a smile outside the window. And then the homeowner loses consciousness with screaming "Ugh!" His house is on 14 floors.
My name is Young-wook Lee. This is story of one man. Now I'll talk in his view from start of this unbelievable story. Every day of my life was happy with my wife, my love, my Lenore. She was so beautiful, so smart. I love every part of her, especially her eyes. Looking at her eyes made me think of a deep blue lake, which I'd like to jump into it. But every tragedy started when she got sick. She got pale, and I could know she was dying. When she died, I was so sad and couldn't bear the loss of Lenore. But as time goes by, and for help from my friends, I got better and got a new wife, Isabel, who looked like Lenore. But soon Isabel got sick too. She turned pale and couldn't bear the lights getting into her eyes. So I shut all the curtains and turned off all the candles and lights from the room. There was no light. Even so, she always kept her eyes closed. I was desperate. All the memories of Lenore came back to me and made me weak. That night, a scream came out from the room. I ran to the room and I tried to calm Isabel down, but she wouldn't stop it. I had to turn on the light, so I lighted a small candle. Then I felt my soul getting out from my body. Isabel's whole body got rotted. I couldn't recognize her, but I could notice at once, with no doubt, there it was, the eyes of Lenore.
My name is Kang-han Moon. On an isolated road around midnight in upstate NY, a man and his girlfriend are driving. Suddenly, a car approaches them from behind. Pull over, he says. The man shrugs and turns on a dirt road. He gets out and talks to the man. Where is he, babe? The girlfriend asks, but she gets no answer. She shrugged and continued to browse through the different radio stations. Then she heard the crash. Babe? She said hesitantly. She ran out of the car and saw her boyfriend's head bouncing back and forth on a radio antenna. The back lights were smashed in. Screaming, she goes to get her cell phone out of the car. As soon as she opens the car door, she hears, "No use, no one will answer you." That's the end.
Kim. This story is John's story. John is a single man. He lives in an apartment. Recently, some strange things happen in his bedroom. He notices there are some subtle changes in his room, and last night, he even felt someone's eyes. He's scared, so he asks his friend for help. Is it a stalker? Should I call the police? What should I do? And the friend says, you can record the room with camcorder. I'll lend you my camcorder. So John set up the camera at his bedroom, and the next day, when he leaves home, he pushes the record button. When he arrives home, he gets nervous because the arrangement of his room is changed. Someone must came into his room when he's out. John stops recording and presses the play button. There are nothing special for a while, but after a sunset, a strange woman with a kitchen knife came into the room. John calls the friend. Hey, the woman comes into my house. Oh, she smells my shirt. It's terrible. Now she lies down on my bed. John is excited and explains the recording to his friend. She, in the recording, went around his room for a while, and at last she entered the closet. Oh, she enters my closet, and she doesn't come out. And then, in the recording, some other man comes into his room. Another man comes into my room. Who is it? But the next moment, John can't say anything. The man who came into the room was him, John. John in the recording came closer to the screen and the recording stopped. Thank you.
My name is Jae-ho. Hi, my name is Tom. I will tell you some story which I experienced. Last summer vacation, I went to MT with my friends. We drank many beers and soju, so we were very excited. Then I was so sleepy and tired, so I went out to feel a wind. Suddenly, my friend who is my girlfriend, Susan, came to me quickly and she gave me a yesterday newspaper. First, I didn't know what it is. They showed me some articles. In my eyes, there was an incredible article. That was, students in MT have had an accident, except 2 persons, all of them has died. And 2 persons are not found. And on my back, my friends called me and Susan. Finished.
There is a very scary story. Let's listen to this story. This story's title is Ghost Navigation. A woman and a man were driving the car with a navigation to go to an acquaintance's house, but they didn't know the direction to there very well. So they decided to use the navigation, but the navigation said, "Go straight," repeatedly. They had doubt, but they believed the navigation and kept going. After a while, they were very shocked because there was a cliff before them. But fortunately, they were safe. But the most important point is that the moment navigation said, "Oh my God, my plan to kill you bears."
There is a man who lives alone. He do nothing special, but sometimes
Very messy.
he do nothing special, but sometimes strange happenings will occur. When he come back home, then position of things like curtain or chairs will change a little. Someday, he fears someone look at him, so he thought to call a police, but he think police will not move if there is nothing proof. So he counsel with his friend.
슬라이드 줘 말고
Counsel with his friend, and by his advice, he sets a camcorder in his room at the morning to prove to get a proof. At night, when he came back home, he was nervous with more trace than usual. He ran to the room and checked the camcorder. In the monitor, he saw a woman came into the house. So he called to his friend immediately and said, "A stalker is recorded. If I take this, then police will trust me, right?" When he relaxed with saying this, a woman in a monitor gets into the closet. Oh, she gets into the closet and she didn't come out. When he's saying this, a man came into the room. It was him, and he turned off the camcorder and he say nothing word with fear.
Yeah.